Hi everyone, my name is Laura Vasala and I work as an R&D engineer at Modulite. Thank you so much for having me here today to present to you our company and what we do in the ophthalmic domain. So without further ado, let's get started. First, I want to give you a quick introduction into Modulite as a company and who we are. Modulite is a laser manufacturer based in Tampere, Finland, with a sales presence in the US. The company was founded in the year 2000, thus we have over 20 years of experience in various laser technologies. In 2021, we were listed in NASDAQ First North Helsinki. Our mission is to kill cancer with science and technology. With this, we are probably best known for our work in life sciences and more specifically in our key strategic areas of oncology, ophthalmology, genetics, and diagnostics. In addition, we also have service offerings which are mainly built around medical devices, where we provide on-site trainings and regulatory as well as lifecycle support for the products that we offer. We are a vertically integrated medical laser company, meaning we do semiconductor laser design and manufacturing in-house, as well as building complete laser systems. Now I will show you a short video showcasing our factory.
We do lasers and optics for personalized medicine and better life.
Modulite is a unique vertically integrated company. Our mission is clear: kill cancer. We design and manufacture tailored lasers for demanding applications, from closely regulated medical treatments to flow cytometry and even quantum computing. Everything is crafted in-house, from epitaxial structures and custom mechanics all the way to clinical devices. Our full vertical integration ensures unparalleled control over supply and change control. Our cloud-connected devices offer preventive maintenance and predictive analytics, keeping your technology ahead of the curve. Let's dive deeper into today's presentation. Follow Modulite for more insights and innovations.
Okay. As the topic of today's presentation is light-activated therapies in ophthalmology, I want to first start off by discussing causes of vision loss. Even though vision loss can affect people of all ages, most people with vision impairment as well as blindness are over the age of 50. Thus, with people continuing to live longer, the number of individuals suffering from visual impairments as a result of age-related diseases is increasing globally in numbers. Some of the leading causes of disease-related visual impairment are identified as cataract, diabetic retinopathy, age-related macular degeneration, and glaucoma. Here, I'll dive deeper into age-related macular degeneration. Age-related macular degeneration is characterized by the development of choroidal neovascularization and consequent irreversible damage in the macula. AMD is one of the most prevalent causes of irreversible central vision loss in the elderly population. CNV is the development of new blood vessels, also known as angiogenesis, from the choroid into Bruch membrane, sometimes capable of even perforating the retinal pigment epithelium. Thus, when the retinas of patients with AMD produce excess vascular endothelial growth factor, these new blood vessels emerge from the choroid, then into the retina. The new vessels, unlike normal ones, are leaky, and they allow fluid from the blood to enter the retina, resulting in vision loss. AMD is classified into two categories: dry AMD and wet AMD. Dry, also known as atrophic AMD, is the most common form, which then typically develops into wet AMD. Dry AMD is non-neovascular and is defined by retinal pigment epithelial abnormalities as well as drusen. As mentioned, the process of AMD typically starts with dry AMD, which then develops into wet AMD when these aberrant blood vessels form behind the retina and begin to cultivate beneath the macula. Wet, also known as neovascular or exudative AMD, is less common but results in faster vision loss. It is the leading cause of blindness in people over the age of 65. The first-line treatment for wet AMD are anti-VEGF injections. However, photodynamic therapy is a good treatment option for patients who do not get satisfactory responses from anti-VEGF agents. This makes up about 25% of the patients. When discussing the global prevalence of AMD, both wet and dry, it is predicted that by the year 2040, the sum of patients affected by AMD will reach up to an astonishing 288 million. Wet AMD accounts for about 10% of AMD patients, but results in 90% of AMD related blindness. Next, let's discuss a little bit about another serious disease, ocular cancers and tumors. I actually just got back from the EURBG conference where I had the pleasure to listen to ocular oncologist specialists share their knowledge as well as experience in the field of ocular oncology. So, what is ocular oncology? Ocular oncology focuses on diagnosing and treating both benign and malignant tumors located in or around the eye. These tumors can form on the eye's surface, the eyelids, or within the eye's tissues. They may originate from the eye itself or metastasize from cancerous tumors in other parts of the body. Ocular cancers, though rare, pose serious health risks and can affect one or both eyes. The likelihood of developing ocular cancer increases with age, particularly after the age of 50. Benign eye tumors include choroidal hemangiomas and retinal capillary hemangiomas, where the treatment options include PDT, photocoagulation, and transpupillary thermotherapy, just to name a few. Malignant eye tumors, on the other hand, include choroidal melanoma and choroidal metastases. Choroidal metastases is a source of cancer which has originated somewhere else in the body and by means of blood flow has spread to the eye. The majority of choroidal metastases in women originates in the breast and for men in the lung. Treatment options for choroidal metastases include PDT, external and proton beam therapy, as well as plaque therapy. Moving on to choroidal melanoma, as most uveal melanomas originate in the choroid, they can also be called choroidal melanomas. Choroidal melanoma is the most common primary intraocular cancer in adults. Treatment options include radiotherapy, enucleation, which is the removal of the eye for larger uveal melanomas, and currently PDT has also been viewed as an attractive treatment modality. As we can see, for many of these diseases affecting the eye, PDT is an attractive option. Next, I will go more in detail regarding the overall mechanism of PDT. So here I have a quick overview of a typical photodynamic therapy procedure. First, the patient receives an administration of the photosensitizing agent, typically as an IV injection. The photosensitizer is metabolically distributed in the body to cancer cells or accumulates in abnormal blood vessels, as in the case of wet AMD. This photosensitizer is then activated in the presence of an external light stimulus, in other words, a laser. Laser light is absorbed by the photosensitizer to activate the drug molecule. Primarily, the photosensitizer is in the ground state, and once irradiated by light, the photosensitizer is transformed into an excited state. Thus, the photosensitizer working principle is that the laser excites the photosensitizer to a higher energy state, and with the subsequent state transition, the oxygen in the tissue is transferred into ROS, also known as reactive oxygen species. The ROS produced in the tissue is attacking the tumor or vascular tissue. The cells die by necrosis and apoptosis, and the body's immune system takes care of the rest. So, what are some of the benefits of PDT over other treatment modalities? Some advantages of PDT over traditional cancer treatments include it enables highly selective targeting of cancer cells. It is a minimally invasive procedure, which effectively treats tumors while preserving healthy tissue. It has reduced side effects compared to chemotherapy and radiation therapy, as well as it provokes an anti-tumor immune response in the body and can work by shutting down microvessels as seen in the case of wet AMD. PDT in ophthalmology has been around since the 1990s. Here on the left, I have a schematic of an eye with healthy retina, choroid, and RPE cells. Then right next to it, we can see the effects of AMD, where there is a presence of early drusen and neovascularization, which results in the disruption of the Bruch's membrane and RPE cells, as well as vascular leakage. As in the case of wet AMD, the drug remains inactive in the vessels until exposed to light energy. A red 689 nanometer laser light is delivered to the retina in a controlled manner, and this light exposure in the choroidal neovessels will activate the drug to initiate vessel occlusion. This is the basic PDT mechanism seen in the treatment of wet AMD. Here we have an overview of the vascular effects of photodynamic therapy. The PDT-induced free radicals are concentrated around the walls of the choroidal neovessels, which leads to a series of events including vasoconstriction, blood flow stasis, and thrombus formation resulting in vessel occlusion. Photodynamic therapy in wet AMD slows down central vision loss. I also want to mention that when it comes to ocular oncology, there are novel drugs being developed which harness the mechanism of tumor targeting. In other words, after the drug is given to the patient and accumulates in the tumor, the specific region is then illuminated using laser light at a specific wavelength to activate the drug to cause tumor necrosis. In ophthalmic applications, PDT is utilized in the treatment of various ophthalmic diseases. On the lower right-hand corner of the presentation, we have a QR code which you can scan to check the list of studies and publications which we have collected on ophthalmic PDT treatments. Just to briefly mention, photodynamic therapy utilizing Betadine is FDA approved for predominantly classic subfoveal CNV due to AMD, myopia, or presumed ocular histoplasmosis. As mentioned, wet AMD is a significant cause of vision loss worldwide. PDT as an off-label treatment modality is being utilized in clinics for the treatment of ocular diseases such as central serous retinopathy, PCV, and various indications in ocular oncology that I've mentioned. Modulite has developed solutions to ophthalmic indications for over 10 years. Especially our product platforms of the ML7710 and ML6710i have been used in ophthalmic treatments. We have developed the ML6710i based on the need from the market and for the doctors and patients. The need was and is to replace old and obsolete laser systems that are not being supported anymore. In 2018, Bausch & Lomb chose Modulite for their exclusive partner for developing a new novel ophthalmic laser to be used with their pharmaceutical compound Visudyne. The ML6710i laser for Visudyne treatments got the FDA approval finally in early 2023 after quick development project and thorough usability testing, not to mention all the regulatory work required. The FDA approval covers the wet AMD indication with Visudyne, and the drug is marketed in USA by Bausch & Lomb. Here you can see our modern and fully supported ML6710i laser. It is controlled intuitively through means of an iPad application. The laser is connected to our Modulite Cloud platform, which enables all the operating parameters and laser on, off, pause events to be safely stored into the treatment log. The laser light is formed into a uniform circular spot by the Modulite laser beam shaper, which can be attached onto most common slit lamps. On the right-hand side of the screen, you can see some of the great feedback we've received from ophthalmologists regarding our laser device. As mentioned, the ML6710i laser device is cloud connected, which enables the user to tailor their account to their liking, enabling for example, enabling their favorite contact lenses. They're also able to view the treatment history and to view online tutorials whenever needed. In addition, this cloud connectivity paves the way for software updates and support for the pay-per-treatment model. In the figure on the right, you can see the benefits of our Modulite Cloud. Having all the Modulite lasers in the field connected to our cloud service allows us to have real-time information on their status. For example, we can prepare for preventive maintenance and have everything arranged with the clinic in advance to make the process as smooth as possible for them. We can monitor the laser performance and detect possible incidents compromising the output, such as possible impacts on the fiber in the clinic, or predict unexpected laser degradation. As mentioned, we're offering a pay-per-treatment model where the clinics only pay for the treatments performed, The treatment charge then includes ongoing support and services. I want to summarize everything that I've talked about in this presentation in 3 points. First, there are several diseases that affect the posterior portion of the eye where PDT is an attractive treatment option. 2, Modulite's modern cloud-connected ophthalmic PDT laser brings PDT therapies to this decade. And lastly, the platform design enables utilization of the same hardware for multiple indications, widening the install base and scope of use. Then I want to end the presentation by answering the questions of what can we do for you and what can you do for us? What we can do for you is deliver complete, tailored treatment solutions such as in ophthalmology, which I have discussed here today. We can ensure long-term supply of critical laser and optic products from our own factory. And lastly, we can provide you with services such as installations, trainings, and biolab service for your research and development needs. Then what can you do for us? Is you can partner with us to deliver precision parts for medical devices, as well as integrate your biomedical expertise into our products. And with that, I want to thank you for your attention, and please feel free to follow us on various social media platforms. Thank you.